Yo, what is popping, guys? Yesterday I uploaded week 5 of the ITL, and now we're already here with week 6. Shout out to Tyler for recording this battle super quickly overnight while I was asleep. And yeah, here we are with our matchup versus the Wisconsin Weezing and the coach Helmy, aka Mega Selgar. I think that's his Twitter handle. Very cool guy. He's been in the league for like 3 seasons now, I think. So basically an OG in this league. Has a very cool team with like a couple of Gen 7 mons, to which he's bringing. Look at the squad, he brings the Skarmory, probably his like stealth rocker, maybe even with D4 or spikes or something, I don't know. Probably like physically defensive to check my Sandrush drill and Gigalit combination. Zaga 10%, which I knew he would bring. It's a Zmon, but I really expect it to be Bandit because my team is super weak to ground. Like my only immunity is Mesprit, which obviously gets hit by 1000 arrows, and I have actually no resist, no ground resist on my roster, which is kind of stupid. He also brings the Como, not that much of a threat if I keep my Arcanine and my Tapu Fini health, because like Intimidate works very well on that thing, obviously if it's a physical variant, and Tapu Fini obviously checks even the +1 element. Como with the Poison Jab, like because I'm very fair, like near max defense and I have max HP, so that's kind of cool. He brings the Vileplume, which when I saw it in team previews, I thought might be defensive, like to check a Tapu Fini or something, but as well as the Conkeldurr if I don't pick the Ice Punch. But it could also be an offensive variant with the Sunny Day. He likes to bring some heat stuff to his battle, so I wouldn't be surprised if that thing is offensive actually, because Sludge Bomb and Giga Drain or Solar Beam do quite a chunk to most of my team, so you gotta beware of that. Masquerain here, I really didn't expect him to bring like a Quiver Dance set or what's it called, Sticky Web set, because my hazard removal is very good and like his combination of stab doesn't really break my team, so I wasn't sure what to expect from this set. He brings in my Melodic, which I really expected to be defensive, just to like have a check to Kyurem if like a Flame Orb set could potentially wall any variant of Kyurem. So that was like kinda what I expected, but he actually brought something different. I decided to bring Specs Kyurem because like once I get rid of either Skarm or Melodic, I can just spam Ice Beam or Dragon Pulse or Draco Meteor, which is really cool. I also packed the Flash Cannon on this set because he actually has Ninetales Alolan form to like potentially switch into Kyurem Stabs, but he didn't bring it, so that's kind of cool. I bring Conkeldurr here, Jolly max speed to potentially outspeed stuff like Melodic if it's uninvested or near uninvested. With Drain Punch, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch and Mach Punch, Sheer Force, Life Orb, actually like 2 KOs his entire team. Like he has nothing on the squad that can switch into this thing and like live a hit or live 2 hits, which is really cool. Mach Punch could obviously come in very handy in the late game should I like not be able to knock out Como or Zygarde, but I could potentially easily put them in range for the Mach Punch. Tapu Fini, as I said, defensive, Surf, Moonblast, Taunt and Defog. Pretty standard set with the leftovers, just to potentially prevent Hazard's turn 1 or prevent Skarmory from roosting, Melodic from recovering up, and so on. So pretty standard, I guess. I have defensive Arcanine here with Intimidate, also holding the leftovers. Sorry, with Flamethrower, Toxic for the Toxic over Will-O-Wisp for the Melodic, and yeah, like just to put stuff on the timer so that it can't really switch into Kyurem or Conkeldurr anymore. I also packed the Morning Sun obviously, as well as the Snarl, because my opponent actually has a Chandelure on the squad, and I want to like hit it for some chip with the Snarl, which actually does like 40% to an uninvested Chandelure, which could be cool. I bring Scarf Drill just to have like a late game insurance versus something like Bandit Zygarde, because nothing on my team outspeeds Zygarde naturally. or like basically as a way to revenge a +1 0 as well. Earthquake, Ironhead, Stealth Rock, and actually Brick Break, just in case he wants to set up Aurora Veil, and I don't want to defog away my hazards. Brick Break could potentially hit some stuff on the squad, but as you see, he got like 17 fighting resist, so probably won't be clicking that anytime soon. And I bring the Snorlax, 4 attacks actually, leftovers, mostly physically defensive, but a lot of death, bunch of HP, some special attack, and some attack with Body Slam, Ice Punch, Pursuit, basically for the Chandelier, which actually is a Pursuit actually is a 2-hit KO after rocks, or after coming in on rocks once, so after some chip Pursuit on the switch up will kill the Chandelier easy. And Fire Blast. Fire Blast actually does like almost 50% to a Fizz Dev Scam, which I really expected to come because Drill is a thing. So would be cool to catch that thing on potentially Stealth Rock once I weaken it, and get rid of this thing. And if I hit on my Fire Blast, he can't really Roost Storm me because I will potentially get a burn, or it will be like you will get crit or anything. So that's kind of lit. I decided to lead off with my Kyurem, I think, just to fire off an Ice Beam or Draco, depending on what's in front of me, and see what his initial switch into this thing is. So yeah, let's hop right into it. Wasn't too worried about the matchup, but as you will see, brings some heat that really puts pressure on me. So yeah, it definitely was a fun battle. Super hyped to record this. He leads off with his Skarmory. So I go into my MVP here, my Kyurem, and I will just fire off an Ice Beam here, just to see like what his switch-in is. If he goes into Melodic, I can potentially go into Feeny, or like into Snorlax, which checks it quite well. He stays in with his Scum, and as you see, I almost OHKO'd that thing pretty sturdy, but he makes a smart play and just roosts, gauging the damage, probably knowing that he can live any hit that's not like a Blizzard or a Sub-Zero Slammer or something. So yeah, smart play on his part. Skarmory still has a good amount of health, but yeah, no, he can, like, there's no way he stays in. He wants his hazard up potentially because I have a Kyurem, I have an Arcanine, and he needs like hazard damage to potentially sweep me with the Zygarde or the Kommo-o. So I know he will switch out into his Melodic now. I know he knows that I'm Specs, so I decide to switch out into my Conkeldurr as he reveals the leftovers on his Skarmory to get some more health back. I go into my Conk here because Thunder Punch will threaten the Melodic very heavily, especially if it's like an offensive variant and not a defensive variant. And if he stays in and goes for the Stealth Rock, I can just Thunder Punch on the next turn, which is also fine. Covers both plays here. He goes actually into his Melodic and decides to switch out, scouting potentially for like a speedy Conk set with Thunder Punch, Life Orb, Sheer Force, which I actually am packing, and he goes into his Masquerade. And the Masquerade actually, if it's an offensive variant, just drops to a -1 Thunder Punch anyway. But as you can see, that does absolutely nothing. He's got like max defensive Masquerade with max HP and probably a Bold Nature. So yeah, that's kind of sick. But because I know he's like nearly max invested, I know that I like outspeed him and like just fire off an Ice Punch here, which covers the potential Zygarde switch-in or Vileplume switch-in as well. So Masquerade goes down, one threat out of the way. If he packed the Sticky Web, that's cool. Here Skarmory comes in, and I could potentially 2-hit KO it with the Thunder Punch from this range. I'm fairly certain I do, because Thunder Punch still does like 35% and he's like at 65, I would say. But with leftovers that could be a roll or something. I didn't want to go for it, so I decided to just go into my Tapu Fini, I think. Yeah, I go to my Tapu Fini as he decides to get up his Stealth Rock on this turn, I'm pretty sure. Didn't want to get my Conk get hit by a Brave Bird or something, so yeah, Tapu Fini was 100% to play here. Yeah, he goes into his, he goes for the Stealth Rock, which is perfectly fine. On this turn I decided not to defog away the rock straight away. I will just go for the taunt if he stays in, and I want to scout if his Melodic is the initial switch in to the defog, because it could potentially be competitive. But yeah, didn't really expect that, but he could potentially be. So he withdraws Skarmory, which is fine, so anything that wants to come in can gets taunted and can't do anything to me, like besides attacking. And he goes actually into his Melodic, so Yeah, I'm fairly certain that this melodic actually is a competitive variant, especially since he did not stay in on the Conkeldurr. I really expected him, like after he switched out, that he is like more offensive than I thought he would be. But because I have Tapu Fini out and melodic even at +2 can't really touch Tapu Fini, and I have a Snorlax in the back as well as a Kyurem to potentially check this thing, I just decide to stay in and go for the defog anyway. I don't want rocks up with stuff like Kyurem and Arcanine on my side, and that will allow me to like see if he actually is the competitive set. With Kyurem and Snorlax in the back, I'm not worried too much about the +2 melodic, so that's kind of cool. He is competitive, perfectly fine with me. On this next turn, I think I will go into my Kyurem scouting for stuff like an HP Electric, and I really don't expect him to go for an Ice Beam or a Dragon Pulse here, because like Tapu Fini resists both of those, and I can just fire off a big Draco Meteor if I want to, or switch out again. Goes for the hidden power, perfectly fine. Probably Electric, because he went for it on the Fini, could be Poison or something, but no, Poison doesn't work, but yeah, probably Electric. And here makes a smart play, goes for the Protect. With Scarlet, HP Electric and Protect, he can't really touch my Kyurem, so I really expect it to be a no recover set with like Ice Beam or Dragon Pulse to hit my Kyurem. And yeah, I just fire off a Dragon Pulse here to see what kind of damage I do, and this does a hefty chunk. Like, it's probably a max HP or near max HP melodic, but it has no other investment in bulk, which is kinda lit. Ice Beam does a ton, and here I'm like kinda forced to switch out. I will go back into my Fini to reset the Misty Terrain on this turn, and then like double out into my Snorlax, because I don't want my Snorlax to get burned, obviously, because Body Slam would do like jack shit to this thing. It would like take me quite some while to take this thing down. He goes for a Protect to get some more lefties back. Smart play. I wasn't sure if I would 2-hit KO the melodic after another round of Protect, so yeah, didn't want to go for that. He plays it very safely. He gets like as much HP back as possible, which I completely understand. Very smart on his side, because it like just needs this melodic to be at a good amount of health to really put the pressure on me. So I go into my Snorlax. Another round of Protect for him. I would just fire off a Body Slam here, just to like whittle this thing down and potentially get a para, which would be huge for my team. He decides to withdraw, even though he could have potentially go for another Protect, but probably didn't want me to curse up or something. Haven't revealed my Snorlax set yet. Obviously, Scam, Fizz Death, Body Slam does nothing, but on this next turn I won't allow him to roost up or get up his rocks for free, and I will fire off a Fire Blast here, which will actually do a hefty chunk to this Scammer. He gets up his rocks again. I don't really mind, because Tapu Fini can defog away them potentially on everything, which is good. Go for the Fire Blast, and unfortunately for my opponent I get a crit. Fire Blast does 56% max, he was like 68-70%, so crit definitely matters. Really sucks for my opponent, but I don't know that Scam was a huge threat to my team anyway, because like Arc deals with it, Snorlax can hit it with Fire Blast potentially, Tapu Fini beats it 1 vs 1 because it has Taunt, like Kyurem can fire up an Ice Beam, but definitely sucks for him. Don't think it mattered in the long run, but yeah, unfortunate obviously, because like if he was a Spike set, it could potentially go up another layer of hazard, so that could have threatened me a little, but yeah. Since I was Combo now, and I don't want to stay and go for the Ice Punch, because that is not even a 2-hit KO, so I go hard into my Tapu Fini, which is my counter. I know I can live a +1 life or Poison Jab after Stealth Rock, so I'm not too worried about this Combo, unless it's like Belly Drum, in which case I would be in a really bad spot. But thankfully it's only Dragon Dance. Belly Drum I could have easily revenged it with the Kyurem, so that's like wasn't too much of a deal. I will fire off a Moonblast here on the next turn. If he's the Rosalie Berry, I can still revenge kill it with the Scarf Excavator on the next turn. And yeah, he reveals the Poison Jab, really what I expected, but obviously cannot kill me, and I can just fire off a Moonblast here. Como definitely a big threat, and he breaks my Tapu Fini to a point where I can, where there's no way I can live a Bandit or Scarf 1000 arrows from the Zygarde, which is kind of sad, but yeah, Mia Wallace here can't wall everything, I guess. Send out this Vileplume, and the way it came in, I know it's probably an offensive variant, but like with Sunny Day and 3 attacks, I really expected like Solar Beam, Sludge Bomb, and like a hidden power of his choice to potentially like hit something specifically. So what I decided to do is just like defog, because I know Arcanine can take any hit. Kyurem can't take hit anymore, but Arcanine can live a hit. Conkeldurr can potentially live one, so I'm not too worried at all right now. I go for the defog here as he sets up a Sunny Day. I also have my Snorlax in the back, which can easily like live a hit from this thing, especially if it's like non-Growth or non-Life Orb, which yeah, kinda cool. But yeah, he sets up the Sunny Day, really what I expected. Doesn't really matter. I will save my Mia Wallace here and go out into my Snorlax because I can't touch this thing. Sadly, if I packed Uranus here, that would have been heat. Probably would have fucked him up a lot, but yeah. He goes for the Growth as I switch out into my Snorlax, and here I'm like, during the match I was like 99% certain he's like Solar Beam plus Sludge Bomb, and that will come into play later, as you will see. But yeah, I will just fire off the Ice Punch here. I don't want to miss a Fire Blast at all, to be honest. He goes for the Sludge Bomb, does 136 HP exactly, which reveals to me that he's not a like boosting item. He shows the Black Sludge here. Ice Punch is a 2-hit KO, but yeah, he did 136 on the next one. I get to 136 HP after Leftovers Recovery, and I didn't really want to risk it. If he's modest, it's a roll that is heavily in my favor. If he's not if he's modest, if he's like timid or something, and if he's modest, like it's a roll in his favor. I didn't want to risk it at all, like, and like with the poison, that would be annoying. I still can live a potential 1,000 arrows from Zygarde, which could come in handy. I can still wall the Melodic. I don't want to lose my Snorlax yet, so I decide to save this thing and sack my Tapu Fini here, which could also help like with the Misty Terrain to prevent poisons from the Sludge Bomb. Sun like is up for quite some while now. That's fine. Tapu Fini is not needed anymore. It doesn't wall shit anyway, and it does a double job, which is defogging the hazards away. And now there's I think one turn left of Sun, and I try to bait him to go for the Sludge Bomb again. I go into my Arcanine, my Ric Flair. Solar Beam is like never his play in this case, because Arcanine is pretty much a threat to his team. And if you Sludge Bomb an HP Ground over Sludge Bomb and a Solar Beam, Sludge Bomb would do more. It would do like 96% max to me, instead of the 85% that HP Ground would do. So I try to bait him to go for the Sludge Bomb and double out into my Excadrill on this turn. Trying to bait the Sludge Bomb obviously, and then like revenge kill him with the Earthquake, which also would 2-hit KO Melodic from the range it was at potentially. So Excadrill comes in and he like reads my bluff perfectly, or like just didn't calc and thought Hidden Power Ground does more, and he like clean knocks me out, which is super annoying. Here on the next turn I decide to bring in my Kyurem Black, because it covers like him staying in with the Dragon Pulse as well as the switch outs into Melodic and Zygarde. I calced it, and like Dragon Pulse does like 68 to 72, 70 or 65 to 72%, and he's like at 60% max, but he's like a weird Spadef set that actually lifts my Dragon Pulse, and he can set up another Sunny Day, and I'm like, whoops, I just fucked up. I'm like, ooh, this boy is packing more heat than I expected. Like, this Vileplume is putting in the work. It's still not over, but like, it's not in Mark Punch range, so I have to revenge kill this thing with the Arcanine, and Arcanine taking damage from the Sludge Bomb or the HP Ground is like just devastating. I can't even like Morning Sun up in the sun, just because it like he will do more to me than I will actually recover up. But thankfully for me, my opponent actually like kinda chokes away this game here. Like, he had no reason not to stand and get damage off on the Arcanine, because both Arcanine and Conkeldurr outspeed the Vileplume outside of the sun and can just kill it from the range it was at, because I already revealed the Ice Punch on the Conk, and the Arcanine was 100% packing the flamethrower. He DM'd me after the match and said he was scared of the extreme speed from Arcanine, but like I still think his play was to stay in with Vileplume 100% and maybe get some damage off. But he decides to go hard into his Zygarde, which really surprised me. He lets his thing take damage from the flamethrower in the sun, which is huge for me. I know I can lift any hit from this thing, even if it's a banded 1000 arrows. I'm pretty sure I'll lift that, unless it's like adamant. But he has to run Jolly to outspeed my Heliolisk, so that's not a set versus me, I guess. Flamethrower does have chunk. He already is in Mark Punch range. If I get a high roll, he fires on an Earthquake and does a hefty chunk to me. That's definitely adamant, but it's not banded. So he told me after the game he was adamant Scarf, which is pretty interesting because max speed timid Heliolisk would actually outspeed that thing. But yeah, Arcanine puts this thing in range for Mark Punch, and if I don't get burned by a Melodic that is speedier than my Conkeldurr, I win the game here, because Mark Punch plus into Thunder Punch or Melodic into Ice Punch actually sweeps my opponent here. Conkeldurr, my last mon left, I think. No, I still have the Snorlax in the back, which could potentially come in on the Melodic. I just go for the Mark Punch. He has no reason to switch out, because he can't kill me with an extreme speed anyway. And yeah, Conkeldurr here with the Mark Punch sends out this Melodic, and I'm like, do I stay in and like try to not get burned by the Skulls, or just kill it with the Thunder Punch, or do I bank like on me outspeeding him if he like is not that speedy at all? I could potentially like just outspeed this thing and kill it with the Thunder Punch, in which case like the game won't go on for too long. I could go out into my Snorlax and just spam Body Slam to maybe get a para, but I don't really want to give him a chance to like protect up and get even more lefties back. So I just like decide I will risk the Scald Burn here on next turn with the Thunder Punch, because even if I get off a burnt Thunder Punch, I can like just go for another Thunder Punch on the next turn if the Skull is not a 2-hit KO, or like I can go for a Mark Punch to put it in range for Snorlax, in which case Snorlax like just cleans up potentially. Goes for the Skulls, has a chance to 2-hit KO. I go for the Thunder Punch. It doesn't get the burn, and Thunder Punch will just drop this Melodic on its back. Like, even if it was a max HP, max defense Melodic, I had a chance to kill this thing so strong. It's like, that's how strong Conkeldurr is with the Shivers and Life Up. I know I outspeed this Vileplume outside of the sun. I can just fire off an Ice Punch for the late game sweep here with my Conk. Yeah, I really got lucky there. Had he like saved his Zygarde instead of his Vileplume at the end, I think he had a very strong chance of winning the game, because then I needed to like sack my Arcanine, go out into my Snorlax, live an EQ which actually was a roll, heavily in my favor, but it was a roll, and then like get enough chip damage off on Zygarde where Mark Punch can kill it. But yeah, the switch out with Vileplume into Zygarde basically like gave me a huge chance to win the game, and thankfully Conkeldurr came through, didn't get burned by the Melodic, and I win the game 2-0. A very close game, very fun game. I really loved his sets. I told him that after the game. Like, I really thought the offensive Melodic was pretty cool. Like, defensive Masquerain is actually pretty heat as well, but obviously I had to pack coverage in form of Ice Punch or Thunder Punch, so that didn't really work out. He told me it was like an infestation set in order to like trap Snorlax and Tapu Fini potentially, which is also really fun. Yeah, Vileplume obviously MVP of this match on his side. My boy Conkeldurr here picking up 4 kills, which is really huge for me. Very cool addition to the squad. I really like using that thing. Hopefully I can bring it to some more games, but yeah, shout out to Helmy. Really good game, really enjoyed that one. I'm 4-2 now in this league. Got 4 W's in a row, and yeah, we're facing a very solid opponent next week in form of our buddy Scotty, aka Zamcrow, aka Coach of the Blackman Rai Cougars. really formidable opponent. He's been an OG, like he's been in here since season 2, was a season 2 finalist. And yeah, we had a good friendly rivalry going on for quite some while now. A very close friend of mine, I would say. And definitely gonna be fun. And after this, obviously, we're facing Gypsy King, a match like everyone should be hyped for. Like, I know some people really want to see that, and yeah, that will come to you in two weeks, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed, and actually I'm playing my NPL game probably today, so that will come to you on Monday again. Hope you guys will have a look at this one. If we win, we still have a chance of making playoffs, so definitely a really fun game, so hope you guys will check that out as well. Thank you guys for watching, and catch you next week.